Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So in today's pick a card reading, we're going to see what life has in store for you in the year 2026. As you can see for this reading, we have three piles here to choose from. For pile number one, we have the candles. For pile number two, we have the book. And for pile number three, we have the jar of cookies. So take some time to find the pile you're feeling most intuitively drawn towards. And once you've selected your pile, the timestamps for all the readings will be listed down below in the description box so that you can skip ahead to your personal reading. As always, know that this is a general reading. Everything that I say may or may not resonate with you. Please take only what resonates with you and what does speaks to you and leave the rest. And yeah, let's get into our reading. Hello, my dearest pile number one. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the candle, then this is your reading about what 2026 has in store for you. So, to give you an overview of the reading, this is how we're going to proceed. And first, we're going to look at the overall energy for the year. Second, we're going to see the vibe during the beginning of the year and the end of this year. So, like how things are going to be, how the overall energy is going to be for you in the beginning and the end of the year. Then we're going to look at your career and finances, your love life and relationships, your spiritual journey, and we're also going to look at how you're personally evolving this year. So, what lessons you're learning, how you're growing, and all of that. Then we're going to receive some guidance and messages from your spirit guides. And at the end, we're going to look at the significant timing for you in this year. So, yes, we have a lot to cover, and without much further ado, let's get into our reading. So, as I said, first we're going to start by looking at the overall energy. Let's see what's going to be the main theme for you in the year 2026. I'm going to get all of the cards first. And we're going to get one more. And let's see what you can expect in the year 2026. I think this one. Okay, let's see what we have for you. So we have Sun in Venus. Wow, this is beautiful already. We have let the leaves go. It says I can let go of what I no longer need. We have Celestial with possibility, connect, infinite, and soul path. And for your Moonology, we have New Moon in Gemini. It says communication is the key. Wow. Okay, so starting with the Sun and Venus, this is a very positive energy because Venus is all about love, luxury, and it's about personal care, self love, and all those things. And I feel like with conjunction with the Sun, it says that in the year, and also here, I see now the number 13, and it says let the leaves go. So it seems like the main theme for you in this year is letting go of what no longer serves you, like personally when it comes to your personal life. This year you're making an effort to cut ties from all those things and relationships where you have felt stuck, where you have felt unfulfilled, and you're focusing instead of, you as I said, you're cutting ties from what no longer serves you. You're shifting your focus towards what brings you more joy and fulfillment. And it's like a conscious decision that you are making in this year. You're being very mindful of these little things. And yes, you're diverting your focus onto things, onto when it comes to your relationships, you're You're going to be spending more time with people where you feel fulfilled, where it's not like at the end of the day you feel exhausted and like you've drained your energy and you've nothing left in yourself. Yes, that is what I see with the sun and Venus. And it's more about self-care, it's more about self-love, it's about appreciating yourself, recognizing your worth. So that is what I see you doing in the year 2026, where you are taking responsibility of your own happiness, and anything else that becomes a hindrance between yourself and your happiness, it's like you are cutting ties from all of those things. That is the first thing that I see. And with the communication, it's like this year you're being very clear with your boundaries. Yes, you're letting people know that if it's not where you're just blindly saying yes to everyone and everything. If you don't wish to do something, then you're going to be very clear about it, and you're going to be very strict about those healthy boundaries that you are setting in this year. Yes, it's like, yeah, when it comes to your own happiness, you're not taking things lightly as perhaps you might have done it before. This year you're being very serious about it. That is what I see, and as a result, I see that when you draw those boundaries, when you start appreciating yourself, you recognize your self-worth, you open yourself to this world of infinite possibilities. When you are ready to let go of the old, and one by one, you're cutting ties from all of those things that no longer serve you, you invite more opportunities. You invite um, the kind of relationships that serve your higher purpose, opportunities that where you feel fulfilled, whatever it is, whether it is regarding your work or anything else. But this year I see that you're opening yourself to more joy, to more happiness, and to more fulfillment. And you're making all of these decisions. Again, it's not something that's happening very automatically. You're being very mindful about all of these things. And you've decided it right from the beginning of this year, you're deciding that you cannot be in this autopilot mode and you cannot let other people control your life. You are going to take full responsibility of your life, of your career, your happiness, and everything that you want to accomplish in your life. And you're going to make it all come true. That is what I see. The sun is this energy of clarity. And I see that in the year 2026, you're becoming very clear about what you want in your life, about who are the people that you want to surround yourself with, what you want to do career wise, where you want to travel, and everything from the very small decisions to the bigger ones. You are taking full responsibility and you have the clarity. Yes, the most significant thing that I see here is this sense of clarity and just knowing, what you want to manifest in your life. And then things become more easier. Once you have your answers, once you have your clarity, you're just following your inner calling. And everything else that hinders you from your progress, from your growth, from your happiness, you are ready to let it all go. Yes, and again, you're becoming it's here I am receiving very much like the Queen of Swords energy, where you are very clear. People can no longer mess with you. That is what I see here. And the owl, again, this is about wisdom, this is about clarity, this is about trusting your intuition. You're following your inner guidance and making these decisions that are going to serve your higher purpose. That is what I see as your main theme. So, personally, it's going to be a very significant year for you, because it's like I see you ending a cycle of toxicity and ending a cycle where you have felt like other people are making decisions of your life. Other people are always, imposing their own decisions and expectations on you. And somewhere you have felt very unfulfilled, very unhappy. Yes. So this year, you are no longer continuing that cycle. Again, with every decision that you're going to make, small or big, you are cutting those ties. You're slowly rising above, and you're moving into the world of infinite possibilities, where you're going to have so many opportunities to manifest more happiness and joy and abundance into your life. Yes, that is what I see here. So, wow, this is going to be a year of clarity, a year where you're setting healthy boundaries and where you take full responsibility of your life. Yes. Now we're going to see what is going to be the vibe for you during the beginning of this year and during the end of this year. So we're going to pull out one oracle card and one tarot card for this. Let's see what's going to be the overall vibe for you in the beginning of 2026. And the vibe for you in the end of 2020, during the end of 2026. Let's get a tarot card as well. The clarity that you are receiving in this year, this is about what you want in your life, what makes you feel happy and fulfilled. So if you have felt like very confused about these things, then 2026 is going to be a year where this is something where it's changing significantly, where you are going to find yourself in this light, where yes, you have your answers, you have your clarity. That is what I see here. Okay, so let's see what we have for the beginning of. Wow, we have the Four of Wands, and we have sensuality, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Yes, and you see this in the Four of Wands, you see this couple dancing at the top of this tower. So again, this is about focusing on what your heart desires. And I did say, that from the very beginning, you're going to be very mindful about this thing. Anything where you feel you are compromising your happiness, this year you're not indulging in those things. Yes, and there is a sense of lightheartedness that I see here. It's like you're coming out of all those things where life have felt very chaotic, dramatic, and just unnecessarily complicated. And now when you have the clarity of what brings you joy, of what are your dreams, of what are your goals, what and how you're going to make it happen, life is becoming very simple for you. Yes, that is what I see here. And Four of Wands, this is also an energy of celebration, of feeling accomplished. I do see that this year, you're recognizing your self-worth. And somewhere you're realizing that you deserve beautiful things in your life. You deserve all the joy and abundance and unconditional love that you are dreaming of. And you can make it happen for yourself. When you take the responsibility of your life in your own hands, and of course, it's not going to be the most easiest thing, There will be times when you have to make some difficult and uncomfortable decisions, but it's going to start with the very small things. And then as you keep moving forward, it's going to become a habit. You know, you are, yes, you're setting these healthy boundaries, and you're being true to them. You are not allowing people to cross those boundaries, even if they, like, yes, they will try to manipulate you and to, or maybe to shame you, like you have no respect for others or this and that. But it's like these things are no longer bothering you. For you, what truly matters at the end of the day is your own happiness. Whatever you are doing in your life, you want to feel happy in your career, in your relationships, in everything. So, yes, it's going to start with these small and mindful decisions, but you're going to see how beautifully this is going to impact your life. When you start focusing, it's like the Queen of Cups energy. You are filling your own cup, and you're doing things that make you feel happy, and it doesn't have to make sense to others, and you don't even care about what other people think of you. That is what I see. That is like the vibe for you in the beginning of this year. So you're starting it with the sort of light-hearted energy, and you're in your day-to-day life, you are trying to focus on what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. And yes, you're incorporating those habits into your daily routine. That is what I see. And when once you're going to see, like, once this energy will start magnifying, you're going to see how these new doors of miracles will start opening for you. Yes, that is what I see. Now, for the end of the year, we have friendship. It says, bring to me friendship through sharing, laughter, understanding too. Wow. And we have the Six of Wands. Again, we have the Wands energy, and the Six of Wands is about victory. It's also about celebration. It's where whatever goals that you are setting for yourself in the beginning of this year, you are going to make it all happen. That is what the Six of Wands is all about. And in your journey, as you're moving forward, you're going to make some great friends, great connections. And these connections are, they feel like soul level. They're not just superficial. They feel very deep, very understanding. There is a sense of mutual respect. And these are the people who are going to appreciate you. They're going to encourage you to follow your dreams. They're going to inspire you, and you're doing the same for them. So that is what I see. And with the Six of Wands, this is a very direct confirmation that whatever goals, dreams you have for this year, you will make it happen. Because you are, again, you're taking charge of your own happiness and your dreams. You're not letting other people to control your life, to make decisions for you. And yes, as I said, that sometimes it's going to be difficult, but you are standing firm in your decisions, in your boundaries. That is what I see for you. So that's a beautiful energy. Wow, this year you are going to find a lot of joy, like you're manifesting lot of happiness and joy and inner fulfillment. This is not just the superficial kind of happiness where, like, something happens according to your will, you're happy, and then other moment you, again, you start feeling that void inside you. This is something deeper than that. This is where your soul is feeling fulfilled. Yes, you're doing things that feel like a higher purpose. And along, as I said, along your way, you're going to meet some great people. So, wow. Now, moving on to your next, we're going to see how things are going to be in your career and your finances in the year 2026. Let's see what we have for your career and finances. Eight of Pentacles, we have science, and it says, keep an open mind, something is unfolding for you. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, the first thing I see is that you are busy doing things that you love, and you're gaining an expertise in them. These are not the things that feel like burden or obligation, but you truly enjoy the work. And you are, even like I see whatever work that you're doing right now also, you're you're getting deep into it, you're learning more about it, you're getting curious, you are experimenting, and you are, yes, you're becoming an expert. That is what I see for you. You are growing in your field. That is what this is about. We're going to get one more card. And the science, it's about, again, it's about experimenting, learning new skills, and being curious. What's more, it's like you are, you love a subject very much, and now you're diving deep into it. You're like gaining a PhD or something. That is what I see here. Doing some research, writing papers, that is also something that I see. For students, I see that this year you're going to be very, very dedicated to your studies. And yes, it's like you are investing a lot of your time and energy into your work and studies because you love what you are doing. That is what I see. We have endings. The cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. So, and we did see this energy before as well. For some of you, I also see like, if career wise you're feeling very unsatisfied, or you were putting your efforts into something where in the end, you were not even receiving the rewards, like half the rewards that you deserve. This year, with all of these decisions that you're making, one of the decisions is going to be that you're ending that path, you're ending that career, and you're choosing to do something that you are actually interested in. And maybe that is what this is about. You're ending that old cycle, that old career path, and you're choosing something where it's like you're excited about these things, and you're dedicating all your time and your energy into this work. So this is, I believe this is where the science or the experimentation comes. You are trying something new in your career. Yes. And this time you're choosing a path that feels, where you feel like this is your purpose. This is what you are meant to do in your life. And you're going to find a lot of satisfaction here. Even if you don't see the rewards instantaneously, you still feel like, just you're still enjoying the work, the process, and you're building something big here. The Eight of Pentacles, this energy, this moves towards the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like you are investing your time, your energy, your resources into something that feels like worth it in the end, where you feel like your energy has not been wasted. So there is going to be a major shift in your career, because yes, you're ending that cycle where you have felt so unfulfilled for a very long time, and you're starting something new. You're experimenting with new things, you're experiencing new things, and maybe there is going to be a little bit of test and trial in the beginning, but then finally you're going to find the work that truly piques your interest, where you feel very inspired, and just the process of your work is so interesting and exciting for you. That is what I see. So there is a shift happening in your career, and this year you're building something solid. You're working on laying that groundwork, and you're diving deep. That is what this energy is about. Now, for your finances, let's get one more tarot card to see what we have for your finances. But if you were struggling with some financial problems, then I see that those challenges are ending for you. And again, you're going to put your efforts and your energy into something that brings you the reward, that brings you satisfactory rewards. That is what I see here. But let's get one more card for your finances. We have the Temperance. This is about alchemizing. Yes. Everything you have learned in your life, the experiences that you have acquired, this year you're integrating all of those things and creating something beautiful out of it. Yes, and the rewards that you're going to receive are so satisfactory, so fulfilling. The Temperance is where you act from wisdom. And I feel like this year you're also going to see that you're being paid more money, or you're earning a lot more money for your expertise and for all the experience that you have. Yes. Now let's see what we have for your love life and your relationships. We already did see that this year you're making new friends, new connections, and these are like you meeting your soul tribe. Yes, that is also something I see. But let's see what we have for your love life and your relationships. I believe this one. Oh, we have the devil. I'm gonna get one more card, but yes, again, the devil is where you're ending that cycle of toxicity. And for you, maybe this was mainly with your relationships. You were stuck in this repeating pattern where people never appreciated you, and they were being very dominant, very they were just imposing their expectations and decisions on you without even trying to understand what you want. This year you're ending that cycle. That is what you need to know. You're cutting ties from those people. Wow, look at this. 10 of Pentacles. Yes, you're meeting your soul tribe. You're meeting your soulmate. Whatever this is for you, if you're manifesting true love, you're manifesting it in the year 2026. If you're manifesting new friends who can understand you, where you can openly be yourself, you can express yourself, you can be vulnerable, you are manifesting those friends. Even at work, you're going to meet people that have same interest as you, where you're comfortable sharing the stories of your life and sharing your experiences, and it's going to feel like home with whoever you are. The new friends, the new connections that you are making, there is that sense of feeling comfortable and at home with these people. Yes, and your the foundation of your relationships is trust, is integrity. It's this sense of mutual understanding and respect for each other. That is what the 10 of Pentacles is all about. For some of you, I also see marriage with the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you're meeting your soulmate, your person, and there is going to be that instant recognition and this sense of commitment, so you are taking that big decision. Yes, this is about starting a family. And if you already are in a committed relationship, then again, I see that you're taking the next step. And it's going to feel very effortless because in your heart it feels right. It feels right to take this big decision. You feel you are with the right person and you see a bright future with them. see what we have in your love life, in your relationships, and generally also, this year you are surrounded by people where you feel seen, appreciated, and supported. When you accomplish something, you're going to have people by your side who are happy for you, who feel proud for you. Yes, we have gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. Wow, yes. The connections that you are forming in this year are going to be your biggest blessing. You're going to find that sense of fulfillment and happiness that you, perhaps this is something that you have never experienced before. You've always met the wrong kind of people who have tried to entrap you, who've tried to make you feel small, and somewhere you also started believing in those things. But now, as you're standing in the light of your truth, you know who you are and you know what you want in your life. You are connecting with people who are going to match your frequency. And there is great happiness and comfort and joy that you are going to find in these connections. That is what the 10 of Pentacles and the gifts are about. And maybe literally you're going to receive a lot of gifts from your loved ones, from your partner, because these people want you to know how much you mean to them, how much your presence mean to them. Yes. And wow, if I could just say like one word for you for to sum up your entire year, then that is fulfillment. Your soul is going to feel so fulfilled in the year 2026 in all the areas, in your career, in your relationships. You are you're manifesting this greater sense of joy that perhaps you have never felt before. You've never experienced anything like this before, and you've wanted this. You have dreamed of this, and it's happening for you in the year 2026 because again you're consciously making those decisions. You no longer want to associate yourself with things and with people where you feel so small and unworthy. You would rather be all by yourself than being around with such people. And you are going to see how beautifully and miraculously these decisions are going to change your life. Yes. So now moving to our next question, we're going to see what we have for your spiritual journey, how you're spiritually advancing or growing in the year 2026, how your connection with your guides, with the universe, with your god and goddesses, whatever higher power that you believe in, is going to be like. Six of Wands again, victory. Wow. And the first thing I saw, it's like your prayers are being answered. All those times you have silently cried, all those times you have silently prayed for these beautiful things that you absolutely deserve in your life. This is the year where it's all happening. You're going to see that your tears have not been in vain. There was a greater power who was listening and watching you all this time. And 2026 is the year where literally I just see your all of your dreams, your wishes, and your prayers being answered. It's the victory of your faith in your God. Yes, that's wow. This is so beautiful. Let's get one more card. But yes, 2026 is, if I could just sum up your message, it's where the faith you have had in your God, even in those times where things were not working in your favor, is paying off in ways that you cannot even imagine. So many miracles and beautiful blessings you're going to find in this year, and it's all because of your trust and your faith in the greater powers. Divine juggling. Master different aspects of yourself, both light and dark. Progress, inner harmony. Yes. Even in the darker times, you did not let go of your hope. And this year is literally for you where you are reaping your rewards. The rewards of your dedication, of your faith, of all the love and the kindness you've given out. It's all returning back to you. And you've had your doubts. Yes, you've had your doubts, you've felt confused in dark, but still somewhere, with this bird, I see that somewhere there was that spark of hope that never left you. And this year, 2026, is literally, when it comes to your spiritual journey, it's the victory of your faith. And you cannot even imagine what beautiful things are waiting for you in this year. Just keep moving forward with the same faith and devotion that you have showed in your God, and you won't be disappointed. This year is going to be like a major level up in your spiritual journey, because again, you're realizing that in all of those times when you were silently crying, there was a greater power listening, watching over you, protecting you. Yes, you are going to feel very closely connected with your God this year. And it's like you're going to see these miracles happening for you in the most effortless sort of way. Yes. Wow. So that's what we have for your spiritual journey. And now we're going to see how you're personally evolving in the year 2026. Clarity, victory, emotional fulfillment. These are your words for this year. The world. Wow. Again, the world talks about endings and new beginnings. I see that you have ended a tough cycle, and 2026 is the beginning of a new era for you. A chapter where you are going to find so much happiness and joy and fulfillment in your life that right now you cannot even imagine all of these things. Yes, the world also talks about, and this is one of the most important and significant chapters of your life. It's not something small, it's not something trivial. As I said, you're almost entering into a new era of your life, and if I could give it a name, then this is your era of success, of finding happiness. Whatever you're doing or thinking of doing in this year, you're going to find great success and great fortune. Luck is on your side this year. The wheels are turning in your favor. That is what I see here. And I see that you're making some big decisions, whether it is marriage, it is changing your career. These are big things. These are life changing decisions, and luck is on your side. That is what you need to know. Yes. Let's get one more card. And again, you break that cycle because you take charge of your life. It's not happening automatically for you. You're making an effort here. You're making some decisions that are not going to be comfortable in the beginning, where you have to be strict, where you have to, follow your boundaries. The plans and the decisions that you are making for yourself, you have to stick by them. And I see you doing it, and I see you changing the whole trajectory of your life. We have spirituality and revelation with Aurora. It says the Aurora symbolizes spirituality and revelation. Today, you may experience profound insights or spiritual revelations. Open your heart and receive guidance from the universe, delving deeper into your inner wisdom. Yes, this is a year where you are learning to trust your own intuition. When your heart says something, you're no longer doubting it. In fact, you're becoming curious and you're following your inner calling. And also with the spirituality and revelations, 2026 is the year where it's like you're co creating your dream life with the help of your guides, the universe, and the higher power. And it's like you're weaving each thread of your story with mindfulness, with a sense of deliberation. You have stuck in these toxic patterns for a very long time. And now you have the awareness of what is right for you and what is not. Yes, and you're using your inner wisdom to step by step come out of that loop, to break that cycle. That is what I see. And every step that you are going to take forward, you're going to find the universe by yourself. You're not alone in this. As I said, you're co creating with the universe, the life that you have always envisioned for yourself. That is what 2026 is all about. This is the beginning of a beautiful era for you. That is what I see. Now, let's see what guidance and what messages you have from your spirit guides. Wow, this is going to be a very important year for you. It's where your life is changing in ways that you cannot even imagine. We have control with Pluto. Again, Pluto is about endings. And it says, a marionette dances on its strings. Sometimes control can help you to master a subject. Often it can be a misuse of power or overly self protective. Ask yourself whether control is helping or hurting. See, this is what the devil is about. You felt like this doll who was controlled by other people. And now you're cutting these strings. You are taking back the charge of your life in your own hands, and whatever you have to do to get there, you're showing the courage to make those decisions. This year is about breaking free from that control, from that abuse, and from that toxicity. Ask yourself whether control is helping or hurting. Then connect with the part of you that is comfortable with letting go. Yes. Again, your guides are asking you to let go of those things, those connections, everything that is keeping you stuck in your life, keeping you stuck in this repeating pattern. where you're finding nothing but disappointment, nothing but chaos. Yes. Wow. Again, I see that sense of liberation for you, but you are making it happen for yourself. You're going to make some of the most important decisions of your life this year. Let's see what else we have. The fire starter. It says bold, brave, a bit chaotic, but you are unstoppable. Charge ahead with passion. Even if you stumble, the ride will shape your story. Yes, this is like the Fool card. This is where you are, this is where you are taking the reins in your own hands. And even if you don't have all the clarity or like the most perfect plan, but each step that you are taking forward, you're being more mindful, you're being more conscious of whether you're not falling into that same pattern again. And you're curious, you're excited to see what happens, when you take this leap of faith. What happens when you show the courage to live your life according to your own will. And I tell you, beautiful things are waiting for you on the other side. This is your guides encouraging you to finally take the plunge. This is your time to live your life for yourself, to do the things that make you feel happy. Yes. Wow. So yeah, it's the same guidance, and I see you doing all of these things, and it may not be very apparent right from, like very instantaneously, but again, with every decision, you're going to see how you're changing your life. Yes. And now we've reached the end of your reading. So finally, we're going to see what is going to be the significant timing for you in this year, the significant months or seasons. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Wow, we have divine timing is at play. Yes, of course, with all of these cards. Um, and I did say that co-creating with the universe and the divine timing, it means that whatever these beautiful things are happening for you, you are ready for them. You are ready to receive these blessings into your life. Whatever you needed to let go, you're letting it go, you're releasing those things, and as a result, you're creating that space for these beautiful things to enter your life. And whatever your wish is, your dreams are, they're happening for you in this year, they're unfolding for you at the most perfect time. Yes. Okay, we have July. So July could be a significant month. With these flowers, what I see is that in the year 2026, the self that you have always suppressed, you've kept it hidden because maybe you had a lot of fears, or maybe you were never allowed that space where you can express yourself for who you are. This year, that self is blooming. As you're breaking free from those old patterns and those toxic cycles, your authentic self is shining. You are becoming the person that you were always meant to be. And that is why you're aligning with the right opportunities, the right people, and all those wonderful things that you deserve to have in your life. Yes. And we have October. So the month of July and October are going to be significant, and some big things are happening for you in this year, whether it is meeting your person, whether it is marriage, whether it is uh, coming in alignment with the right career path. It's all going to happen according to the divine timing, meaning all the pieces are falling into place at the most perfect time, and you're ready to make it all happen. That is what I see for you. So again, this is going to be a very important year for you, and it's a year where you are unleashing your higher potential. You're unleashing these gifts, these talents, the wisdom that you have stored inside you for so long. Yes. So I wish you all the best for the year 2026, and may all of your dreams and your desires come true this year. So, this was your reading, my dear pile number one. I hope this reading resonated with you and provided you with some guidance or any answers that you were looking for. If it did, please do like this video and subscribe my channel. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, my dearest pile number two. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the book, then this is your reading about what life has in store for you in the year 2026. So, to give you an overview for your reading, these are the questions, or this is the sequence of questions in which we're going to proceed with your reading. First, we're going to look at the theme or the overall energy for you for this year. Then, we're going to see what will be the vibe for you during the beginning and during the end of this year. Then we're going to see what you have for your career and finances, your love life and relationships, and your spiritual journey. We're also going to see how you're personally evolving in the year 2026. And then we're going to receive some guidance and messages from your spirit guides. And at the last, we're going to see some significant timing for you in this year. So we have a lot to cover. And without much further ado, let's get into our reading. Now, we're going to start with the overall theme for you in this year. So let's see what you can expect. What is the overall energy for you for the year 2026? Okay. And we're also going to get a Moonology card. Okay. Let's see what we have for you. We have Jupiter with Saturn, and we have Freeze It. I freeze what I no longer want. We have Peaceful, Tranquility, Higher Self, Peace Evoke. And we have the balsamic moon with a time for healing. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But yes, a time for healing. Okay, so the first thing that I see for you with Jupiter and Saturn is that when it comes to your career and your professional life, 2026 is going to be a big year for you. This is a year of growth and expansion, and it's where you are reaching these new heights of success and fame. And with Saturn, it's where in the year 2026, you're going to see your hard work paying off. Yes, all the work that you have done in the year 2025, or even before that, And if you have felt like the rewards that you were receiving were not enough, or it was not equal to the efforts that you were putting in, then you need to know that your work has not been in vain. And in the year 2026, everything that you deserve, all the success, the fame, the glory, the opportunities, you are going to receive it. Yes, that is what I see. Jupiter is very big, when it, especially when it comes to your career. It's that energy of expansion and reaching the peak of success. That is what I see. Yes, and with Saturn, it feels like you've come a long way in your journey. You've really worked hard to to build this success, to build this empire. And this is the year where you are reaping the fruits of your labor, where you're basking in your rewards. That is what I see for you. So, yes, career wise, it's going to be a big year for you. Expect new opportunities, promotions. Perhaps for some of you, I also see that you will have an opportunity to go abroad for your work, for the purpose of expanding your business. Yes, it's like whatever service or business that you are doing, it's reaching new clients, new audience, new customers. That is what I see here. And with the freeze it, this is about, and it says, I freeze what I no longer want. So this is also a year where I see that you you're leaving behind a version of yourself that you've outgrown, and everything that no longer serves you, you're no longer carrying it with you in the year 2026. You're leaving it all behind. Yes, it's like you're unloading yourself from that burden, from all those responsibilities that are not yours to carry, and you're focusing on building your own dreams. Yes, it's like this year you're setting your priorities straight. Yes, and wherever you feel like your energy is getting drained and the things that are blocking your success and growth, you're leaving it all behind. And with this will come a sense of peace and relief for you. Yes, you're being able to move forward in your life more swiftly because now you're no longer carrying the unnecessary burden. And I also see that when you are going to see your efforts coming to fruition, when you're going to see yourself reaching these new heights of success, it's somewhere it's healing a part of you where you have perhaps before you have felt like you're not worthy, or you're never going to have the success that you desire, the opportunities that you've waited for, so now when you see all of those blessings coming into your life, you you really are feeling very grateful. Yes, and now you also realize that you are worthy of all those great things. It was just a matter of timing, and with Saturn, maybe it was your test. Life was testing you, but you have stood the test of time, and 2026 is where, as I said, you are reaping your rewards. That is what I see. So this is a year where you're manifesting a lot of success and abundance, and you're leaving behind everything that no longer serves you. And there is going to be that sense of peace, harmony, healing, and fulfillment that you are experiencing in this year. Yes. Now, moving on to our next question. Now, we're going to see what is going to be the vibe for you during the beginning and during the end of this year. So, let's see what is the overall vibe for you during the beginning of 2026 and during the end of 2026. We're also going to get a tarot card for this. Let's see what is going to be the vibe. Okay. Let's see what we have for you. Safe home. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. And we have the King of Cups. Yes, you see all of these storms. You have made it through them. And now you're reaching home. You are reaching this feeling of comfort, this feeling of accomplishment, like you have won something. This is a year where you are feeling like you've made it big. Whatever those big dreams, those goals were, you are accomplishing them. And this long journey, where you have experienced so many challenges, you've endured so much, but still you kept going, and now you're reaching your victory. Yes, with the King of Cups, again, from the very beginning of this year, you're feeling very content, you're feeling fulfilled. You're starting to see the rewards of all the hard work that you have done. Everything that you were, the work that you were doing behind the scenes is now taking form. That is what I see. And this is a year where you're seeing the tangible results. Whatever it was, whether it was your studies, your business, your work, perhaps for some of you this could be a relationship also. Although for most of you I see this is something related to career, but even if it was a relationship where you felt like you were giving in, you were like being so dedicated and so into it, where you never recoiled from your responsibilities. In the year 2026, you're going to see that it was all worth it. You have put your efforts, your energy into the right place. That is what you are realizing in this year. So from the very beginning, you are seeing your results, and you're realizing how far you have made it. Yes, that is. And yes, the King of Cups is like your heart feels satisfied. The rewards that you are seeing, you feel happy, you feel grateful. And there is that sense of safety and comfort. It's like all the work that you have done, all those times you've been so patient and you've sacrificed so much, it's all circling back to you. Yes, and you're going to just feel very, very grateful for how everything has turned out for you, how everything is working out for you in this year. That is what I see. And with the safe home, I also see again, you have done the work. Now it's your time to just relax, to sit back and enjoy your rewards, to be in this state of comfort and security, and yes, to see what you have created. Now for the end of your year, we have, wow, we have romance. Romance, it is a sacred power, let it come to me this hour. Oh my gosh, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is very clear. By the end of 2026, you're going to meet your soulmate, your divine counterpart. That is what this energy is about. Perhaps this is something that you have been manifesting for a long time. And in everything that you were doing, um, There were times where you have felt so lonely. You wished you had a companion who could understand you and who could, where you could be yourself without feeling judged or without having this eye of scrutiny upon you. Yes, that wish of yours is coming to fruition. You may not be expecting this at this time, but it's happening. And if you're not manifesting your soulmate or anything in particular when it comes to your love life, then this is about alignment. This is about aligning with what your heart truly desires. The wish you have in the heart of your hearts by the end of 2026, it will come true for you. That is what you need to know. However, with the romance and the Queen of Cups, I do feel this has to do something with your love life. You're meeting your person with whom you're going to feel safe, with whom you're going to feel like you, yes, you've come back home from this long voyage. You've come to a place where you can feel safe, you can feel secured, you can be vulnerable, you can just be yourself, you can open your heart. That is what I see here. Wow. So take however this is resonating. If true love is what you are manifesting, then by the end of 2026 it's happening for you. Or else this is a wish of yours. This is a desire of your heart that is very, very dear to you. And it's going to be fulfilled by the end of this year. That is what you need to know. But with the safe home and romance, this is going to be such a beautiful year for you. Your heart feels safe, your heart feels happy. And again, I see that someone is returning back home after a long and tiring journey. Yes. Okay, so now moving on. Now we're going to see what you can expect in your career and your finances. As I said already, this is going to be a big year for you when it comes to your career. But let's see what else we have for you. You know, the overall energy I see for you is that your heart is going to be at peace. There is this sense of inner harmony that you are experiencing in the year 2026. Yes. Wow. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles. Yes. And you know, again, the Queen of Pentacles is like the safe home energy where you are at your home in your comfort zone, enjoying all the abundance and prosperity that you have created. You've done your work, and this year is just about enjoying your rewards. Materially, also, this is going to be a very, very prosperous year for you. There is so much of good fortune that I see for you. And with the wheel, this charkha is what we call it in India, but I see like the wheels turning in your favor. And all the work that you have done is paying off in the most beautiful, beautiful ways. Yes. This is your year of success, of relishing your rewards. Okay, we have loss. A major phase in your life is ending. Embrace newness. Yes. Many a times you have felt like you have failed, like you will never make it through these challenges, through these storms. But still, you kept going. and the universe is recognizing your resilience. All those times you have shown the inner courage to go on despite when things were against you. This is the year where the universe is making up for all those losses and those failures. Yes, and something new and exciting is about to begin in your life. And we did see this energy of letting go the old here as well, and that is what this is about. When it comes to your career, you're ending that phase of difficulties and that phase of failures, and you're entering into your success era. That is what I see here. And you've lost nothing. Like, this is a year where the way things are working out for you, you're going to realize that nothing has been lost. Even those times when you have failed, they have taught you something valuable. They have given you the courage, they have made you more wise. And now when you're reaching this position of the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, you're going to see that wisdom. You're going to recognize how these challenges and these difficulties have shaped you into this person that now you have become. This person who is so much wiser, strong, and discerning. Yes. It's going to be a very, very fulfilling year for you when it comes to your career. Fast changes, things happen suddenly in a short period and a hurry. Take bold steps forward. Yes. This year, things are moving forward for you more swiftly. And you're ending that phase of stagnation. It's like all your work was being accumulated, and now those new doors of opportunities are ready to open for you. And I see, like, one by one, so many exciting things are happening for you. So many wonderful opportunities you're going to receive this year. Yes, so this is a year of quick progress, of exponential growth and expansion. That is what I see for you. Now, let's see what we have for your love life. I already see this like a new person entering your life. Or if you already have a person, then in the year 2026, you're committing to each other. You're moving things to the next level. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You have the 10 of cups. Wow. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful cards in tarot, but especially when it comes to your love life and relationships, this is just magical. This is like, it's all rainbows and sunshine. And again, I see that energy of marriage, of commitment, and of finding your soulmate. It's wow. It's going to be a big year for you guys, both when it comes to your career and your love life, because it feels like you have seen a lot of hardships in your life. You there were so many times when you you have felt so lonely, so defeated, but still you did not give up. You did not give up on hope. You kept doing your best, and somewhere in your heart you believe that good things are still possible for you. And maybe at that time it felt like a very far-fetched concept, but still there was this spark of hope. 2026 is the year where your hope is realizing, where your dreams are realizing. In fact, this year is going to feel like a dream. It's going to be a very magical year for you. That is what you need to know. There is so much of happiness and fulfillment I see, not just materially, but emotionally as well. And you are with your person where you feel safe. You feel like you can open your heart without being misunderstood, without being judged. Yes. So let's get one more card. But definitely, I see that soulmate kind of energy. If you are single, then definitely you're meeting your divine counterpart this year. And generally, also, the Ten of Cups is a beautiful energy when it comes to your relationships. It's where there is a it's where you're experiencing this sense of harmony and peace in all your relationships, whether it is with your parents, with your friends. Yes, you feel safe, you feel happy, and you feel blessed to have these people around you. That is what I see. We have butterfly. You will meet a new love interest at a party or a night out. Yes, this is again a confirmation. You're going to meet a new person in this year, and I do see this energy of new love entering into your life. But this is not going to be some kind of a casual relationship. This is your soulmate. This is your person. This is the one you have been looking for, and it's going to feel um, so exciting. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel appreciated, you feel unconditionally loved. Yes. So again, I see that sense of emotional fulfillment for you when it comes to your love life. And now moving on with our next question. Again, maybe this wish of yours is something related to your love life. And if it is so, then Ten of Cups is a very straightforward confirmation that yes, your wish is being granted. That is what you need to know. So now moving on with our next question, we're going to see what is happening in your spiritual journey. Um, what is happening when it comes to your connection with your spirit guides? We have the King of Swords, clarity, having answers, things making sense. That is what I see here. Let's get one more card. When it comes to your spiritual journey in the year 2026, you're reaching a point where you understand this concept of divine plan and divine timing. You understand the reason why sometimes you have to go through these difficult phases to reach something greater in your life. Yes, you're realizing how these tests and these adversities have shaped you into this mature person, into this person who can now look beyond the illusions, look beyond the falsities of life. Yes, we have anger. Your expectations are not met, creating frustration. Express it in a healthy way. Release growth and balance. Those times where, again, there were many a times in your life where you have felt so frustrated, you have felt in dark, and you felt like the universe is purposefully taking some kind of a revenge on you. Yes, there were those times where you have felt very helpless, and maybe somewhere you have bottled up those emotions. But I see in the year 2026 you're finding a healthy way to release all of those feelings and those suppressed emotions. Yes, with the King of Swords, it's like whatever you're doing it with a sense of maturity, with a sense of discernment, because again, now you've reached a place where you have the clarity and you have your answers. And now you, as I said, you're understanding that concept of divine plan. Yes. So your connection with your guides, with the universe, is becoming more, like before, maybe you have felt like you you don't believe in this concept of higher power. You felt like there is no higher power. With the kind of injustice that is happening for you, there is no way a god is making it all happen. But now you're emerging out of that chaos and you can see the purpose behind everything. And you're realizing how everything you have experienced in your life has shaped you into a better person. Today, you feel proud of who you have become and how far you have come. And somewhere you're also realizing that in all those times of disappointments and despair, this surge of courage that you have felt inside you, it was your God. It was your God guiding you in the right direction, encouraging you to keep going. Yes. So again, when it comes to your spiritual journey, 2026 is the year where everything is becoming more clear for you, and you have a better understanding of things now. Yes. Now let's see how you're personally evolving in the year 2026. How you're going to personally evolve in the year 2026. I think this one wants to come out. 10 of Wands. This is an end of the cycle, of the difficult cycle that you were stuck in for a long, long time. This is a year where you can just throw off these wands and feel free. This is your year of liberation. That is also something that I see with the 10 of Wands, as you are being liberated from all those burdens and challenges. Let's get one more card. I feel like whatever you were going through, it was it's something that was like you were stuck in this cycle for years now, maybe 10 years. For some of you, I do see like it was a cycle of 10 years where you have seen a lot in your life. So many losses and disappointments and failures, and it was just never ending struggle. But 2026 is a new dawn. It's a new beginning for you. Yes, where you are manifesting so much of happiness, success, abundance, and fulfillment. And you're coming back to your home, to your safe place. That is what I see. We had the Saturn for you. So maybe for some of you, this year is ending your cycle of Saturn as well. Yes. Wow, we have beginnings and renewal with the spring. Yes. Spring is such a beautiful energy, this energy of lightheartedness, this energy of magical beginnings. It says spring invites new beginnings and a sense of renewal. It's a time to plant seeds, whether for your personal journey, your goals, or new ideas, and nurture them as they begin to grow. Something new is blossoming for you in this year. A new love, a new idea, and whatever it is that you are beginning in this year, it is going to prosper. It is going to thrive. Yes. So again, you see this energy of endings and new beginnings. You're ending a tough cycle, and it was again personally, all of these things, all of these difficult things, you have experienced them by yourself. You had no one to where even for a moment you could share your feelings, you could open up your heart. And yes, there were times when you felt so lonely and so isolated. But that is all changing for you in this year. This year is where you're manifesting magic in your life, where beautiful things are blossoming in your life. Yes. And again, you can just sit back and relax and enjoy everything that you have created. I also see like this is not just a reward of your hard work, of your efforts, but it's a reward of your good karmas. The good that you have done is returning to you tenfolds. That is what I see. That is what 2026 is all about for you. Yes. With this 10 of wands, I see that you have felt so tired and so haggard with everything that you have endured in your life. It has physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted you. But now you've reached the end of your journey. And in this next chapter of your life, you have a renewed sense of hope and this uh, a sense of trust in life again, in love again. Yes, that is what I see. Now, let's see what guidance you have from your spirit guides for this year. What specific guidance and messages you have from your spirit guides for the year 2026. We have kinship with Cancer spirit. Multiple generations gather around the table. In your mind's eye, imagine your ancestors welcoming you to the table with acceptance. Whether or not your actual family provides a feeling of belonging, draw strength from your visualization of emotional support and unconditional love. Yes. 2026 is the year where you're finding your sense of belonging with whoever you are, whether it is just one person or a whole community. You feel at home, you feel like you belong there, you feel supported, you feel seen. And even your ancestors, they are showering these beautiful blessings on you. They're so happy with you, with everything good that you have done in your life. Your ancestors feel proud of you. Yes. So not only you are receiving these beautiful miracles from the universe, but even from your ancestors. They are blessing you with all their love and good fortune. Yes, that is what I see with the kinship card, and again, you feel so safe. You feel happy wherever you are, with whomever you are. And this year, you're going to feel like you belong there. These people understand you. You're finding your community, you're finding your true people. The clock of fortune. Yes. Again, this is the same, the wheels are turning in your favor this year. Destiny turns in your favor. Positive change, good luck, and success are on the horizon, bringing joy and favorable outcomes your way. How much more confirmation do you need? You don't even have like a guidance. These are very straightforward messages from your spirit guides that this year the wheels of destiny are turning in your favor. And everything you have lost in your life is returning to you in tenfolds. This year, you're being blessed with all the luck and great fortune. Everything that your heart wishes for, it's coming to fruition for you in the year 2026. The times are changing, my friend. And this time, the clock is turning in your favor. Yes. And you see this tiny ladybug here. Even the ladybugs, they signify, they are a symbol of luck and great fortune. Wow, you cannot even imagine how beautiful this year is going to be for you. Right from the beginning. And it's like the better it gets for you, the better it gets. This beautiful energy is just multiplying for you in this year. That is what I see. Okay, so now we've reached the end of our reading. Now, let's just see what are going to. Okay, you already have two cards flying off. This is about the significant timing for you in this year. So we have the month of February, the month of December. Something important is going to happen for you during these months. Yes. April. So you have all the months of February, December, and April. These are going to be like your lucky months, or something significant is happening for you, something is unfolding for you during this time that just maybe it's like a positive change, maybe it's this is when you're meeting your person. But and we did have the spring energy, so again April is extremely important for you here. Yes, so wow, this was a beautiful, beautiful reading. Even like my heart feels very satisfied looking at all the messages that I have received for you and all these beautiful blessings that you're going to receive. And I wish you all the best for this year, my dear pile number two. May this be the most blessed and the most magical year for you. And yeah, with this, we wrap up our reading. So, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated with you and provided you with some guidance or any answers that you were looking for. If you did, please do like this video and subscribe my channel. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a magical rest of your day, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, my dearest pile number three. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the jar of cookies, then this is your reading about what life has in store for you in the year 2026. And to give you an overview of your reading, this is how we're going to proceed. So, first, we're going to look at the overall energy for you, the overall theme for you in this year. Second, we're going to see what will be the vibe for you during the beginning and during the end of this year. Then we're going to look at your career and your finances, your love life and relationships, spiritual journey, and how you are personally evolving in this year. Then we're going to receive some guidance and messages from your spirit guides. And in the last, we're going to see the significant timing for you in this year. So as you can see, we have a lot to cover. Now, without much further ado, let's get into our reading and let's see what is going to be the overall theme for you in this year. What is the overall energy for you in the year 2026? We have Sun with Pluto. Wow. This is powerful. Sun and Pluto is this energy of endings and beginnings, rebirth, transformation, metamorphosis. And with this card, I see this energy of a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is 2026 is going to be the year where you are rising up from whatever those challenges were, whatever those things were that were holding you back in life from achieving your dreams, from becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. This year, you're breaking free from all those things. That is the first thing I see. And with sun comes the clarity, the answers, the purpose. Wow. Okay, that's wait. First let's get all of our cards. But yes, this is already very, very powerful. We have be an animal. I share my world with animals which have all kinds of strength. This is about it's where I see you unleashing your wild side. The side that you've always suppressed because of maybe society's expectations, others' judgments, your own fears, self doubt. This year it's like you're emerging into this version of yourself that is so much more powerful, that has a version that knows what they want in their life and they know how they are going to accomplish their dreams. Yes, there is this sense of fierceness and boldness that I see in you this year. You're no longer complying to others' expectations this year. That is one thing I see. We have meditation, routine, breath, quiet, and peace. Let's get a Moonology card as well. And we have the lion here. And with the sun as well, this is connected with Leo. That is the lion. So what I see, it's like you are in the year 2026, you're entering into your king or queen era, where again you take full responsibility of your life, full charge of your life. This is the emperor energy. You're going to be very bold in your decisions in this year. You're setting these firm boundaries. Yes, and I also see that you're overcoming your own fears in this year. And it may not be very easy for you because, yes, it takes a hell lot of courage for to stand up for your purpose and for all those things that you believe in. But in the end, you're going to find a sense of peace in them. When you feel like you're following your purpose in life and you're doing something that where you find that energy of alignment, you feel good, you feel empowered. Yes, this is the year where you are shining. Not only you, it's like you're also empowering other people. Whatever you're doing in your own life, you are setting an example. Yes. Full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yes. The Pluto. This is about endings. This is about, this. There has been this theme of like powerful. new beginnings and endings in pile number one as well. But for you, it is in the sense where a version of you, that was where you have felt weak, you have felt like you cannot stand up for yourself, and it was where you felt obliged to do everything that others expected from you. That version is dying. You're no longer carrying that version of you in 2026. This is the year where you are becoming fierce, bold, audacious. Yes, and it's, with the lion, it's like this year, no one, no one will even try to mess with you. You're making things very clear. Yes. And again, I just see that it's going to start appearing in your day to day decisions. It's not like this one sudden change, but it's in the things that you are doing day to day. It's where these decisions that you are making, I feel like you are choosing yourself and your purpose over everything else this year. That is what this energy is about. And this marks an ending of a version of you that no longer serves you. That again, that was a version where you like, the word that is coming to my mind is weak. You have felt weak, or in a way like you helpless, perhaps. Yes, helpless. You have felt like you want to do these great things, but there is always something or someone trying to hold you back. And because you were so scared to take action or to stand up for yourself, you never tried to pursue those dreams. But 2026 is going to be very, very different. A much stronger version of you is emerging. Yes, this is about this inner transformation that you are going through in this year. Wow. So, yes, I do see this theme of endings and beginnings for you, but it's an old version of you that is dying and a new version of you that is birthing in this year. Again, a version that is very, very strong and wise and is capable of doing these great things. And you have, with meditation, it feels like, even though on the outside it feels like you you it feels like you're forcefully doing things. It requires a lot of courage and force and power to stand up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, but somewhere, you are, it's not that difficult for you in this year. That is what I see with this card. It's going to be, it's like you naturally have this strength to follow your purpose, to live your life according to your own will. Yes. So, rebirth is your theme for the year 2026. The sense of inner transformation. And as I said, this year you're soaring high. You're reaching these greater heights of success and glory. And it makes perfect sense because, 2026 is the number one year. And the sun is it's the first house. So it's that king and queen energy once again. Yes, this is the chapter where you make the decisions of your life. You do the things that you feel are right for you. And at this point, you have the wisdom to make the right decisions. You're not doubting yourself anymore. That is what I see for you. Now, moving on, let's see what will be the vibe for you in the beginning of this year and during the end of this year. What is going to be the vibe for you during the beginning of 2026 and the end of 2026. Okay, let's get a tarot card as well. Let's see. Destiny. Wow. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. The Magician. Yes. You are you are this is the year where you're stepping into this energy of the magician, the one who has the ability to create magic in their life. And with destiny, this is something related to your higher purpose. In the year 2026, you are becoming the person that you were always meant to be. Somewhere up till now, that version was being suppressed because of your fears, your doubts, because of the lack of clarity, others' expectations, and these challenges that you were facing. But 2026 is the year where you are rising up. You're breaking free from all those things. And it's the year where you have the magic wand in your hands. So you are creating magic. But at the same time, this brings a lot of responsibility as well. Because the magician is where you you make these intentional decisions. You know what you want in your life, and each day you are consciously making an effort to create that life for yourself. You're building your dreams brick by brick. That is what I see for you this year. And with destiny, again, your I see that in the year 2026, your path is becoming clear. Whatever you want to accomplish in your life, whatever your mission in life is, you're reaching those goals more easily in this year. And anything so far that was hindering your progress, your movement, where you were not being able to take action, you're getting rid of all those challenges. Especially in the way that you're speaking up for yourself. It's like no one else is going to come and fight for your dreams. You have to do it yourself. This is something you've understood now. So this year you are taking full responsibility and full charge. And you're marching forward towards success and towards creating this beautiful life for yourself. Yes, it's where you're taking full charge of your destiny. You're no longer sitting on the back seat and just letting things flow in their own way. You're stepping up and you're following your purpose. That is what I see here. Now, for the end of your year, healing. Yes, again, this is the same energy with the meditation and peace. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Look what you're creating. The Nine of Pentacles is about abundance, financial independence, and as I said, it's where you're building your dreams brick by brick. And it's giving you a sense of satisfaction and inner fulfillment. Whatever you are doing for yourself in this year, it's healing you, it's healing your heart. It feels very good for once when you stand up for yourself, when you speak up for yourself, when you stop complying to others' expectations and these pressures that society builds upon us. Yes, it's like it's kind of a loop. And we are stuck in this loop where we just keep doing the same things again and again, what society expects us, what we're supposed to do. But I see for you in the year 2026, you're breaking that cycle and you're following your own path. What feels right to you in your heart, you are doing that. Yes, and it's bringing you a lot of joy and satisfaction and a sense of healing. And from the very beginning of this year, your direction is going to be very clear this year. You know exactly what you want, what your goals are, what your dreams are, and you're just following your path with a sense of confidence and courage. Yes, and the Nine of Pentacles is where by the end of this year, you're going to reap your rewards. You're basking in the fruits of your labor. That is what this energy is all about. Yes. Wow. So now moving on, let's see what we have for your career and your finances this year. How things are going to be for your career and finances in the year 2026. Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Empress. Wow. The Empress is about creativity. It's about new beginnings. Perhaps for some of you, when it comes to your career, you're starting something new. You're following a new path. You're following a new path where you're manifesting a lot of abundance. Financially, also, this is going to be a great year for you because with the Empress, it's like, you're working on these different things. And money is coming to you from all these different sources. Whether you're doing one thing or you're doing five things, you're going to see success in all of them. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this is where, yes, this is the year of hard work, of labor, and of course, when you're building something from the scratch, when you are, working on your dreams, it requires a lot of effort, patience, resilience, but you are going to be rewarded. That is what you need to know. Seven of Pentacles, it's where you're slowly but steadily building something long term. And all your efforts are going to pay off in beautiful ways. See, that is what this Empress is about. The Seven of Pentacles is where you're doing the labor, and the Empress is where you're enjoying your rewards. Yes, you're creating so much abundance for yourself in this year, so much success. Yes, let's see what else we have with your oracle cards. Career wise, all the three groups, for all the three groups, I have seen that 2026 is going to be a major year. Like, it's a year of abundance, of prosperity, of success, of reaping the rewards. So maybe that's like a collective energy that we're going to see in this year. The Seven of Pentacles could be about the efforts that you're making in this year, but also the efforts that you have made before. Yes, this year you're receiving all your rewards. That is what I see here. The Rebel. Limiting beliefs are limiting your abundance. The Rebel. Yes, be an animal. This is where you bring out a wild side of yourself. And it's not like the wild side. By this, I don't mean like you are sort of fighting with others or, but it's where you're showing the courage to stand up for yourself, to fight for the things that you deserve in your life. You're no longer leaving things to fate and to destiny. What you want, you're going to work hard for it and you're going to fight for it. That is what 2026 is about. We go through these different phases. Sometimes we have to take the lead. We have to stand up for ourselves. And we need to fight for our dreams. And there are also times where, it's where we have done our work and we just need to surrender. But this is your year of rebelling against the norms, against the expectations of society, and just following your own unique path. I feel like when it comes to your career in the year 2026, you're breaking some rules and you're creating your own rules this year. You're following your own path, what feels right to you. Yes, and you're feeling very empowered and confident. That is what I see here. And that is how you're opening these new doors of abundance for yourself. Many choices, opportunities abound when you are in a all roads lead to Rome. Look at your options. This is about, I see that this year you're going to have a lot of opportunities to make your dreams come true. And I also see that you're doing a lot of things this year. You're running your own business, you are doing your own work, and you're expanding your business to other cities, perhaps something like this. But there is a lot going on for you career wise this year. But I feel like with the magician and the empress, I see like you're doing really well in all your ventures. Everything that you're doing career wise, you're going to see a lot of success in those things. And money is coming in from everywhere. From wherever you are investing your efforts, your resources, you are receiving the rewards that you're receiving are double than your efforts. Yes. So it's going to be a busy year, but the things that you're doing, you are feeling excited about them. These are the things that feel like your purpose. So there is like you don't feel exhausted, you don't feel overwhelmed. You are just ready to you are just ready to give your 100%. That is what I see for you. Yes. Now, let's see what we have for your love life and your relationships. Look at this, the sun. Once again, we saw the sun in the beginning as well, and you have the sun here. The sun is such a beautiful card. It's about, especially when it comes to your relationships, it's about harmony. It's about happiness, joy, celebration. This year you're celebrating something big, some kind of a big event where you and your loved ones are gathered and you're having a great time. Yes, you are. And the sun is where I also see that in your family, among your friends, it's like this year you are in the spotlight. You're making some big things happen in the year 2026, and you have your family and your loved ones around you who are so proud of you. Yes, it feels good. It feels good when you have accomplished so many big things and then you have your loved ones around you cheering you up. Yes. Let's get an oracle card as well first. Okay, we have two cards here. Wish. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. Okay, so this is like a straightforward message. If in your love life you're wishing for something, then this wish of yours is coming to fruition in the year 2026, whether it is about a reconciliation, it's about manifesting your true love. Whatever this wish of yours is, know that it's going to come true for you this year. and we have imperfections. Love is beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. So, just a minute. With this card, I see that your guides are asking you to embrace the ups and downs in your relationships. Things are not always going to be so perfect. Sometimes, we have to bend a little bit, or we have to make some adjustments to make our loved ones happy. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that your relationship is a failure or like you're losing something here. But yes, it's just about embracing the journey. And with this sun card, I also see that if there are some bitter feelings, some, misunderstandings that have taken place with your loved ones, especially for the people that you care about so much, this year try to forgive them. Be the bigger person if it requires, but do not let your ego to ruin this beautiful connection you have with this person. This can be your friend, your partner, someone in your family. Yes, I see that with the sun card, I mean, when we talk about the king and the queen, it's not just about power, it's not just about rebelling, but it's also about kindness and compassion and forgiveness. So, anytime you're going through those tough phases in your relationships, you be the bigger person. You be the one who tries to mend things. Yes, and again, things are not always going to be picture perfect. And maybe through those ups and downs, we recognize the true value of our relationships, of the connection that we share with that person. Yes, it's just going to increase your love and your respect for each other. So yes, with the sun card, it's about having a bigger heart and forgiving your loved ones. If they have made a mistake, then just forgive them and try to start things anew. That is what I see for you. So, moving on to our next question. Let's see what we have for your spiritual journey this year. How you're leveling up in your spiritual journey in the year 2026. Nine of Pentacles. Again, you have repeating cards. Wow. Nine of Pentacles is where the you're enjoying the abundance and the grace of your spirit guides, of the universe, the god and the goddesses that you believe in. With this card, I see that this year you are spoiled by your god. Yes, it's where, you know, because you're showing so much courage to follow your dreams, to follow your purpose, and you're doing your work with so much dedication and so much, like, you're being so persistent that the universe is meeting you halfway and blessing you with all the abundance and miracles. Yes, the Nine of Pentacles is where literally this year it's raining magic on you. Your life is going to feel so fulfilled, and the source of all your happiness, all your abundance, your opportunities is your God. And you realize it. But this is not some dumb luck. This is not something that's happening for you randomly one night. It's where the universe is impressed by your hard work, by your dedication. Yes, and this is what happens when your preparation meets the divine luck. That's where all the doors of abundance open for you. That is what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. Let's get an oracle card as well. But yes, this is beautiful. You have self sabotage, procrastination, negative self talk, and fear of failure undermine your success, overcoming resilience. Yes. This year, you're overcoming your own fears. You're overcoming your doubts. You're moving beyond the horizons with this sense of courage, you're breaking the barrier this year. That is what I see here. Just a minute. I think we'll have to turn on the flash. Yeah, that's better. So, yes, I see that your guides are blessing you with this sense of inner strength to fight for what you want in your life, to be the magician of your own life, to be the creator of your own life. They're helping you to see your own strength, your own gifts, your own purpose. And with all this clarity and these answers that you have, you're moving forward with confidence and you're making these great things happen for yourself. Yes. And again, I did say this in the beginning as well, but here also I see the same thing, that fighting for your purpose, for what you want in your life, is not going to be that difficult for you in this year. This year, things are going to be different. And even though it feels like a fight, fighting against other people, against your own fears, your own habits, but it's not that difficult. This is what I'm seeing here. The courage that you need to move beyond these challenges, Spirit is blessing you with that inner strength. Yes. And you're experiencing this divine grace and compassion. That is what this Nine of Pentacles here is signifying. Now, let's see how you are personally evolving in the year 2026. A new you is coming into existence. That is what your main message is. And we see this repeating theme again and again. Yes, a much powerful version of you is emerging. And when you show the courage to fight for your dreams, the universe supports you, helps you in every way possible. The Nine of Wands. Perseverance. Fighting till the end. That is what the Nine of Wands is about. Four of Swords. Both of these cards, again, you see that even though whatever you're doing in this year, it requires a lot of courage and inner strength, but this year it's not going to feel difficult. And you may not able to explain this, but even you are not being able to understand where this courage and confidence is coming from. But it's like at the right time, you're making the right decisions for yourself. At the right time, you are speaking up for yourself. And you have the right answers. You have the wisdom to be more discerning. It's not like, sometimes how we're having a sort of argument with someone, or there are times, where we have to speak for ourselves, but then we don't have the right words. And after a week or after a few days, we're like, we should have said this or we should have said that. But for you, I see that in this year, you're being able to speak up for yourself in that moment when you require to. And your answer is so precise and so impactful that the other person will have nothing more to speak. It's like you will have the final word this year. Yes, that is what I see here. And again, you have no idea where this courage is coming from, but you have it in this year. You have this confidence where you're very effortlessly and gracefully paving your own way. You're following your own path. Yes. Action and breakthrough. Courage. Yes. See how Spirit is confirming your messages. And it says, courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to take action despite it. Now be brave enough to do what you have been hesitant about. Take the first step. Break through your self imposed limitations and discover endless possibilities. Yes. Up till now, you were just thinking about things. You were thinking like you're going to do this, you're going to do that, but you were never able to take action. Whether it was because of your own fears, your own habit of procrastinating things, or maybe something externally was holding you back. But this year, you are taking action. Whatever you're saying, like you're going to do, you are making it happen. And you're not even saying anything. This year I see that your success is going to speak for itself. The things that you're accomplishing, they will do all the talking. You don't have to speak anything. You just have to follow your own path. You have to take action. That is all. Keep doing your best and see how miraculously the universe is going to reward you. Yes, this is your year of action. This is your year of making stuff happen. And I see you doing that. Yes. Now, let's see what is your guidance. What is the guidance you have from your spirit guides for the year 2026? What messages and guidance you have from your spirit guides? Revolution, Aquarius material, the rebel revolution. My goodness, how many times, your cards are repeating the same message? You have twice the Sun card, you have twice the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the rebel and revolution. It's one and the same thing. It says, the surface of the earth rolls. And just a minute. This card is in a way similar to the first card that we saw here. You see this explosion. Something is exploding, something is bursting out. The energy that was dormant is coming out. Wow. We have a surprising change can shift the ground beneath your feet. Respond with openness to new ideas and groundbreaking innovations. As old ways fall away, inner stability is required to change the outer world. Yes, the Aquarius energy is all about innovations. It's about breaking the rules and establishing a new foundation. And that is what I see for you as well. And again, you're not only speaking of these things, but you're making it happen. You're taking practical steps towards fulfilling your dreams, towards making all those big things happen that so far you've only talked about. Yes, and the guidance that is coming through is that whatever you do, your inner foundation should be strong. And then nothing that happens on the outside will shake your resolution. Yes, think of big things, dream of the biggest things, but your feet should be on the ground. You should lay that solid foundation that no matter how big the tower is, nothing will able to shake your empire. Yes. Okay. The heart keeper. Compassion flows through you like moon water, like moonlight on water. Intuitive, nurturing, wise. You feel deeply, love fully, and heal quietly. A true emotional alchemist. Yes, this goes again. This goes like this is the same energy. You know, I see this sense of balance that even though, and it's like the queen of swords energy, where yes, she is a rebellion, she has these firm boundaries, she is very strict and very direct in the way she communicates herself, but there is also this sensitive and emotional side to her, to help those in need, to extend her kindness towards the people who need her support and guidance. And that is what I see for you as well. You're breaking the rules, you're fighting the norms, but at the same time you're setting an example. You are, it's like you're inspiring others, you're guiding others towards the right path. So there is this, again, there is this sense of compassion in you that is allowing you to heal yourself and to heal others. A soft side that allows you to empathize with others. And again, here comes that sense of forgiveness. You have a beautiful heart, a heart that feels deeply, that understands the pain of others, what others are going through. And when someone genuinely needs your guidance, they need, your support, you are ready to overextend yourself to that person. And it's not going to be in vain. It will not. The love, the care, the kindness you're showing will return to you in tenfold. That is why the universe is pouring so much of abundance and joy into your life. Yes, the goodness that you're doing will return to you in ways that you cannot even imagine. So, whenever you see someone, in need of help, in need of guidance, in need of support, do not hesitate. You and you were in that place once before. So I see that you can deeply understand what that person is going through. And that is why you're so willing to help them, to reduce their pain and suffering. Today, when you have reached the other side of these challenges, these problems, your feet is still on the ground. You have not forgotten where you have come from. Yes, and that's why, people find this year, people are going to find this sense of comfort in you. This they see you as their friend, as someone who can help them to see clarity in life. Yes, this is also a part of your purpose, this purpose that you are following in this year. Yes. Now, let's see what are going to be the significant months or seasons for you in this year. February, okay, that one came up for pile number 2 as well. October, divine timing is at play. Wow. And I think this one came up for pile 1. So for you as well, there are a lot of things happening in your life according to the divine timing, according to the divine plan. You on your part, you're doing these big things in this year, but there is also at the same time a greater plan unfolding for you. And that is what the destiny and the magician is about. It's where you're co creating with the universe. Yes. You're taking one step, and then one step the universe takes towards you. That is why I did say that the universe is meeting you halfway. Because you're showing the courage to fight for your dreams, to fight for your purpose. Next month. Okay, so again, this is if you are watching this reading in January, then February is going to be significantly, then February is going to be very significant for you. Something that you're waiting for, an opportunity, or something that you're expecting might happen for you in the next month. And it doesn't have to be in January. If you're watching it in any month later on, then the next month is going to be significant for you. Yes. So this is what I have for you, my dear pile number three. I wish you all the best for the year 2026. May all your dreams come true, and may this be the most abundant and magical year for you. I hope this reading resonated with you and provided you with some guidance or any answers that you were looking for. If it did, please do like this video and subscribe my channel. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.